Welcome to the food drive.
Being hungry is the worst feeling in the world. It's not that feeling you get when you skip breakfast and lunch. It hits your core, your dignity, your hope.
Every year, there are over 480,000 people at risk for hunger in the 34 counties served by the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. Of these, nearly 162,000 are children.
In the spring of 2010, students from the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics tried to break the world's record for collecting the most non-perishable food at a single site in 24 hours.
With help from local businesses, community and neighborhood groups, and many individuals, NCSSM collected 319,990 pounds of food to be distributed by the food bank.
Although we didn't break the world record, we now hold the record for the most food collected in North Carolina in one day. And this year, we're more determined than ever.
We're convinced we can reach our goal of providing thousands of meals to people in need in North Carolina.
Money from the Pepsi Refresh project would help us with event costs and food transportation, as well as advertising.
Part of the funds will go directly to the food bank as part of our virtual food drive.
But most importantly, we'll be providing schools with educational toolkits and resources to help teachers talk about food insecurity. These resources will help students start their own food drives, encouraging civic responsibility and teaching lessons about empathy and compassion.
With the help of Pepsi and the North Carolina School of Science and Math,
Together we can.
We are going to address the issue of hunger in North Carolina.
We're going to bring our community together for one common goal.
The Pepsi Refresh project will help make alleviating hunger in North Carolina a reality.
Tell me about determination. What fueled your determination as a young player?
When I ended up playing junior A hockey, I had a couple of setbacks in minor hockey in the sense that, I was a late bloomer and I didn't get drafted during my major junior OHL year. And that for some kids, that's a pretty devastating thing. I was actually cut from the team that year and had to go down and play a lower level. And that's, as they say now, is the biggest year of a teenager's life when it comes to hockey, is that draft year. So I knew that the OHL really wasn't going to be a route for me, so I focused and channeled everything into the NCAA. I wanted to get a scholarship. That was my determination. I set a goal for myself, and I said I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it.
So give me an example. What were some of your short-term goals?
Short-term goals I would use, I had a coach early on that was real smart, and he taught me how to break my performances up into 5-game segments. And even 1-game segment and even period segments. So we would break our goals up into what do we want to achieve in a season. So that might be win a championship, win your division, a set number amount of wins. So those would be more of your team goals, and then ultimately to get a scholarship. And then we would break them down into 5-game segments. We'd say we want to win 3 out of these 5 games, And then with every game, I would break it down into I want to come out of the game with 4 blocked shots, 7 finished checks, 3 shots on net, and a +1, ± rating. So I was able to quantify my goals. And people think that hockey is more or less about goals and assists, but there's really a lot of things you can quantify in the game of hockey that people don't look at and they don't appear on a stat sheet. But those are ultimately what the scouts are always looking for. They don't look at stat sheets when they scout players. They come in person and they want to see specific things that they can do to fill a role on their team. So I was able to break everything down into these small segments, and that allowed me to kind of manage my confidence that way as well. I was able to, if I had a tough game, I knew that I had to put it behind me and just focus on the next game and use those short-term goals to kind of build on.
Go to sportsmentaltoughness.com to get your free video training and guided visualization MP3 on how to perform under pressure. I'm Craig Sigel, the Mental Toughness Trainer.